fellow brothers who, when they become Muslim or whatnot, they try to preach the obedience of Allah, bring to their parents, and try to do it the right way, and they try to do the ultimate things that Allah, but that's the sake, that's studies, these kind of things, and they still respect their parents, and they bring them things of dalil or 𝗑𝗶𝘀𝗶𝘀𝗶. I'm sure that the Bahara will be in the Sharia, and the parents, for whatever reason, they actually accept it. Like in a store in a house where haram is the asl. What do you advise for how to rectify the situation and how this person should also deal with it with regarding to himself?
So when it comes to parents, it's very hard how to deal with them generally, because you're that little child they gave birth to, that little child that your mother was breastfeeding, and then she saw you grow up and she used to change your nappies. It's very hard for her now to listen to you as what? As the Shaykh and the Ustadh, right? And none of us can be Shaykh and Ustadh in front of our mom and dad, with their little kid. Just be quiet, sit down. So that's the reality. There's nothing you can change about it. Are we all together? I read one time that an Imam Abu Hanifa, rahimahullah rahmatan wasi'ah, the Imam Abu Hanifa, his mother wanted to know the verdict of a mas'ala. She wanted to know the ruling of an issue. And Imam Abu Hanifa was the faqih of Kufa, right? Scholar of fiqh in Kufa, the man of great knowledge, right? But his mother said, you don't know anything. So I want you to take me to the real scholar. And she mentioned one of Abu Hanifa's youngest, most, the mu'adhin of the masjid, the one who, he was the mu'adhin for Imam Abu Hanifa's masjid. And so he wasn't a person of knowledge, he wasn't from the senior students of Imam Abu Hanifa, rahimahullah. So she said, I want him to answer my question. Because she hears the adhan, so she hears his beautiful adhan. So he knows what he's talking about. You don't know anything. So Imam Abu Hanifa put his mother on a donkey and he said, come, mom. He took her. He said, no problem. I'll take you to the Shaykh. When he brought him to the student stood in front. So the student came, sees Abu Hanifa with his mom. He's the mu'adhin and he's the guy who sits at the back and just watches what Abu Hanifa teaches. And he's not with Al-Qadi Abu Yusuf or Muhammad ibn Hassan al-Shaybani and Zufar, the big giants. He's not with them. He's at the back. He doesn't listen properly to the fiqh classes. So what happened was the mother of Imam Abu Hanifa and Abu Hanifa are now standing in front of this miskeen. So he looks and he says, what happened? He goes, my mother has a question to ask you. Yeah? My mother has a question to ask you. What? So he shakes. So Imam Abu Hanifa realizes the student's stuck and he's confused. He doesn't know what to do. So he takes a step back and his mother she can't see from the side. So he tells him, go with the answer. Like, go forward. So he goes, hey. So he takes the question of Imam Abu Hanifa's mom and Abu Hanifa tells him what it is, the answer. And so the mu'adhin got the answer, gives it to his mom. So she looks at Abu Hanifa and says, look at that. Look at that knowledge. If I asked you, you couldn't tell me it like that. So what it is that, look, he didn't say, Mom, do you know who I am? I am Abu Hanifa. He didn't say that. So the truth is that maybe the story is not authentic, but the point is that the moral of the story is true, which is that it's hard for anybody to convince their parents something. Are we all together about this? Very hard. I have my son, mashallah. He's, mashallah, finishing memorization of the Quran. When he corrects me on an ayah, I'm like, what? Get the mushaf. Get the mushaf. And when he gets it right, I look at it and say, yeah, where? It's not easy. It's not easy. You have to battle your nafs in order to convince yourself. This is, ideally, you take the truth from what? The idea is what? You take the truth from wherever it comes from. Whoever says the truth, we don't belittle them, even if it's somebody we don't look up to, someone who's insignificant. But we still take the truth if he comes with it. Sah. That's what Allah mentioned in the Quran, Hudhud, right? Sorry, Bilqis, the story of Sulaiman alayhi salam. Sah. When she gave the ruling to the men, إِنَّ الْمُلُوكَ إِذَا دَخَلُوا قَرْيَةً أَفْسَدُوهَا وَجَعَلُوا أَعِزَّةَ أَهْلِهَا أَذِلَّةً. What did Allah say after that? وَكَذَلِكَ. Allah agreed with her. The poet, he said, لا تحقرن الرأي وهو موافق حكم الصواب إذا أتى من ناقص فالدر وهو أعز شيء يقتنى ما حط قيمته هوان الغائص. صح? If you find your phone in a rubbish bin, would you take it? Your phone that you were looking for and somebody threw it just in the bin. Would you put your hand in and this is expensive iPhone, which was the last one now? 14. And you just brought it, but then dropped it somewhere. Somebody picked it up and put it in the bin and you saw it. Would you take it out of the bin and just clean the little dirt that's on it? Because it's your lost property, right? The truth is like that. So ideally the parents should take the truth from their children regardless. That's not the reality a lot of the times. So what do? Don't debate with your parents. Don't ever try to debate with your parents and try, Mom, but قال الله تعالى, قال رسول الله. That's not going to work. You're going to get yourself in big trouble. It's going to be hard. Don't argue. If they ask you, tell them. If they don't argue. But you can do it in two ways. You can get someone who they respect. There's always that leader in the community, a sheikh in the community who can get the point across. So you use that sheikh. Maybe sometimes it's by getting them a tape. And the mother listens to the lecture and she's like, wow, this sheikh said this, all this stuff. I've been telling you this for the last, No, you let them listen to the lecture and they'll take that benefit from it. I've seen brothers that it's changed them. That's one. Two, sometimes the way that the deen changes you in a positive way, the way that it changes you in a positive way will affect your mother and your father. And sometimes they just learn from your actions rather than what you're saying. And that's the advice Shaykh Muhammad ibn Salih al-Uthaymin rahimahullah gave.